Bouchel back to the air, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Micah Baskerville, and he may go to the house. Bouchel can't take him down. A touchdown for Chicago.
Right over the center of the screen. Watch, here's right there is Baskerville. You just can't see him. The offensive line standing there. He gets caught in the wash. Your vision doesn't pick him up, and he slides right in front of the little hitch route and takes it the distance.
I want to show that I am back. What do you need to see from yourself over the course of the preseason to be ready for that week 1 against Houston?
Man, whenever I do get my opportunity, oh snap. But whenever I get my opportunity, I just got to take advantage of it, and just be able to manage the offense the best way.
Rick, show us how it happened.
Yeah, here's Abraham at the nickel. The ball comes out here. He sits and holds it, strips it, and returns it. Terrific play by the young kid. Watch it. He comes off the block. He gets both the strip, picks it up, goes for it.
Obviously no Saquon Barkley anymore in New York, so he'll get a lot of carries. Jones in some trouble in the end zone, and it's intercepted, and a touchdown! Jalen Petrie for 6, and the Texans grab the lead.
Daniel Jones right there. He's got to get rid of the football. I know he saw Petrie on the spot, but throw it at Johnson's feet. There's no reason for that to have happened for the New York Giants. None whatsoever. That's an experienced quarterback. That is not a rookie. That's not a second-year guy. That's not Tommy DeVito.
2nd and 16 to start the 4th. Bad throw. Intercepted by the Cowboys. Racing back the other way. Keemon Hole. And it's a Dallas pick 6.
Just watch him here. He's going to start to his right. Look at his eyes. He's starting here. Now what he doesn't see is this relationship, and look at the defender. I mean, he's late with his eyes. He never feels the defender just watching him the entire way. I mean, that's just too easy of a play for Hall.
Clean pocket, but it's picked off. Jordan Battle right there. Touchdown.
Here's Battle, and watch the accuracy issues. Throws the ball to the inside. Granson, a tight end, cuts to the outside, and he puts the ball more to the inside there. And again, they're going to talk on a sideline.
Blitz is coming. Oladokun hit on the throw, and it's picked off. Bears going the other way. And they're going to take it for the touchdown. Reedy Stewart gets the 6. Touchdown Bears.
Kind of receiver a lot of times ends up, you see the contact.
Reedy Stewart there, 48 yards. That's his 2nd interception. He had the one down by the goal line.
Leary, thrown away. What a great play. That's a loose ball. And being chased by Mosby and picked up on the play for a touchdown. Touchdown Johnson. Anthony Johnson with a big time hit by Aaron Mosby.
Recovered by the defense for a touchdown.
Ran straight through the quarterback, knocking the ball backwards. Even if it came out of the quarterback's hand like a throw, it's still lateral. Anthony Johnson Jr. is having himself a game started there by Mosby. What an absolute play that was.
The return, 41 yards.
Pressure comes. Lance fields it. Oh, what a play! Tremont Morris Brash is going to go. Touchdown Chargers. "25 yards and what an effort."
What an athletic move to get up in the air with his right hand, keep the ball afloat, pick it off, and then at the end add insult to injury, running over the guy that threw it.
First down and 10. Tune intercepted. Picked off by Lavelle Bailey. A cutback. Being chased from behind, and Bailey is going to go.
Lavelle Bailey, he's right there, jams, and now he's just reading the eyes of Clayton Tune. And right there, he's trying to fit that ball, and he couldn't throw in front of it because the defender throws the ball behind, and Bailey just takes advantage of it. And what I love right there, when you see that head point to the sky, he is giving it everything he got to make sure I just need to make it to the goal line. A good catch by him. It was almost intercepted by two guys right there on the Broncos. Just a bad throw by Clayton Tune.
No, you know what that means? When your head is up, that means your hamstrings are about to go.
Well,
Stonehouse with pressure, a block. It's scooped up by the Bears. Back the other way. Jonathan Owens, touchdown Chicago. Blocked by Daniel Hardy, who just made the roster after a strong preseason. He had the block on Stonehouse.
You saw him overload on the right side and loop over to the left. Jonathan Owens becomes Johnny on the spot. The scoop and score. Well done by him.
They've been able to pick it up quickly, and it's been really, really tough for the Giants offensively.
Bunch formation to the right. Oh, wow! Ginkel, touchdown! Wow! Andrew Van Ginkel with the interception, and he takes it to the end zone.
We're just talking about him, Kenny. That's amazing.
Knocked Jones out with a neck injury last year, and now adds insult to injury against the Giants quarterback.
I like it, Kenny.
On 3rd down and 6, here they come. Gordon's coming. Levis gets wrapped up, flings it ahead. It's picked off. Tyreek Stevenson will give the Bears the lead on another defensive play.
That gave DeMarcus Walker a chance on the edge. And Levis just falls right into his lap. Right there, you cannot make a bad play worse. And here they go, going for 2. Look at the Bears coming out. Offense ready to go. But that's a cardinal sin right there for Will Levis.
Tua, pressure, look out. Forced to throw it, and it's going to be picked off along the sideline. Ingram untouched. So Tua under pressure trying to throw it away, not far enough. And another run back for a score.
And so you have 2 new players here to open this drive up on the left side, and that's exactly where the pressure comes from. And I think Tua did everything he could to try to be able to throw this ball away, and he just doesn't get enough on it. Throws it up in the air, and there once again is a Buffalo Bill. Ingram made a great play earlier with an interception.
And let Marvin Harrison Jr. make it right.
Will Hernandez. Whoa, there's a fumble into the end zone. It is grabbed by McBride. And he's in. Let's see where that fumble was picked up. It's going to be ruled a touchdown.
Watch McBride just follow the play. And oh, man.
Yeah, he was across the goal line already when he grabbed it.
Connor got smacked.
Yeah.
By Verse right there. Holy smokes.
Yeah, he jarred that ball loose. Yeah, right. It was already past the goal line. McBride was there for it.
More heat and a sack. And the ball's out. And it's Connor running with it. Shamari Connor to the end zone and still waiting for a signal from the officials.
Chris Jones with the pressure, possibly creating a touchdown. So you're going to see the internal pressure. Wins right away, gets up, and then here comes
Both players still hard to tell there. But Burrow getting up and running makes me think it's a fumble. His mannerisms make me think this is a Chiefs touchdown.
Here's the key one right here. Is he down? Boy, that's going to have to be looked at a few more times. Such a pivotal play in this game. Is that ball coming out already?
It's already out. It's underneath his legs now. Right there. That's the view right there.
A rough start the first couple of weeks for Levis as he goes to the air. It's intercepted. Jair Alexander high stepping for 6. And we have that. 9-7 Green Bay. Will Levis. Another crucial turnover. And another one that turns into 6.
Bradley Pinion from his 43-yard line. Rashid Shaheed calls for the fair catch. Lost the football. Now the Falcons pounce on it in the end zone. Touchdown for Darrell Hodge. Wow. I understand why he's trying to field this punt inside the 5-yard line. He's trying to field this punt. Makes no sense. And second, he's your wide receiver, catches bombs all day long, and he just lost concentration on that punt return. Huge mistake by Rashid. And that's a great job by the Falcons. That might have something to do with the speed. Just a little bit. Second down and 9, pump fake. It is deflected and picked off by Anderson. And he will take it all the way. Judon with the initial play, and then it fell into the arms of Troy Anderson. What a play. Watch Matthew Judon as he's going up against Derek Carr. Derek Carr tried to pump that and try to sidearm it, and Judon smartly gets that left hand up, matches it, and then stays with Carr so he can't make the play. Troy Anderson gets the touchdown, but Raheem Morris has got to be so excited for this defense because this is what they've been missing. The first few games, he said, we've got to get more takeaways.
Get a tackle in the backfield for the Browns.
3rd down and 1. They do get a good push. Ball is out. Fumbled and scooped up by Cleveland. And into the end zone goes Rodney McLeod.
Watch 57 McGuire. He's going to come through there, gets off the rookie. He gets the first hit. Then JOK comes in. The ball's all over the place. And Rodney McLeod, of course, scoops it up for the score.
Henry alone back, 2nd and goal. Give it to him again on that right side. Ball comes out, fallen on by Rosengarten, but he couldn't squeeze it. Let's see who's got it at the bottom of the pile. It's a touchdown or a touchback. Lamar Jackson says touchdown.
I'm not so sure it's not Patrick Ricard. This may be the ultimate payback, but I thought it was.
The ball clearly out before the plane.
Ricard has no idea where that ball is at this point. It's going to kick around a little bit. And I think it kicked right back to him.
Confirmed a touchdown.
Quick throw.
Intercepted. Van Ginkel. Down the sideline. Touchdown. Another pick 6 for Andrew Van Ginkel.
Called a hot throw. Aaron's trying to do that right here, and Van Ginkel just pops out from that walked up position. He's standing right there. It's hard to see as a quarterback, and then somebody's just got to get him down.
Watch the shot.
Instead, they're going to keep it on the ground here. This is Bigsby. Bigsby taking on tacklers. Bigsby still going, and he bangs it in. Touchdown.
This is big time run. This is a big time run. First he takes care of Cross, then he takes care of Womack. 4th and goal. right there with the second effort. The ball has come out. No whistle on the field. Rayshawn Jenkins the other way. No one has blown this dead yet. Jenkins is going to go the distance, and now they have to sort it all out.
Wow. What a massive turn of events should this one hold for the Seattle Seahawks.
Cleveland, another look as we go to break. We'll be back with the verdict.
Play action. Minshew looking. Throws intercepted by Surtain. Pat Surtain on the run. Nobody's going to catch him. Surtain going all the way for a Denver touchdown.
You're sitting there. This is just a mistake by Gardner Minshew. Don't do that. Don't do that. And here comes the block. Watch Minshew right there. Look at the drive block. Boom, pancake. That's just a great job, a great effort. Jonah Ellis, outstanding.
Well, 30 yards out. This one from a little farther at 45.
And it is blocked. Sitting out there. Returned. No one in front. Lenore. Touchdown, San Francisco. Oh!
It's a first block field goal against Arizona since 1972, and this is a huge momentum swing.
Well, it's huge when you're the underdog in this game. You have no margin of error, and you think you're going to go in and tie the game 13-13. And next thing you know, it's a two-score game. Again, you got Prater out. Ryland comes in.
3rd and 12.
Coming after him, Young. Just heaves it. Somehow is caught for the touchdown on the pick six. What a bizarre play that is. That's McCullough.
The great speed by the second-year player who's super explosive. Love never sees him, and right at the end, he hits him and tries to not take the safety. McCullough's right there. Undrafted free agent out of Tennessee. This unit has a lot of undrafted free agents who are coming on. But look at the speed right there by Young, Jim. This is a formidable front, which is...
This to tie the game at 23, and it's blocked! Isaiah Simmons, and picked up by Bryce Ford Wheaton, and he is gonna go! The Giants sideline erupts! Unbelievable! Scores!
Let's take a look at this. He jumps over the center, blocks it. And wow, what a return. We talk about all phases, offense, defense, special teams, making blocks or making contributions to winning games. Gene, I need to know, are you allowed to jump the center?
No, he actually is in that gap, Tiki. I think it's a great play by Simmons. He's right in the A gap. He goes right through. He doesn't use anybody for leverage. He just finds that gap, leaps up, and makes a great play.
All three of those guys now missing action. A lot of moving parts. That's a challenge.
2nd and 15, another completion, but it was dropped by Chris Olave. It's picked up by Antoine Winfield back the other way. They let this play go all the way through, and Winfield takes it to the house.
1, 2. That's going to be close. The question is, does he complete the catch? Does he secure it and become a runner? I think it's really close.
From 57, it's blocked. Blocked by Myles Garrett. Wow. And it's taken back all the way by the former Eagle, Rodney McLeod. What a turn of events. Yeah, let's take a look again, Kenny. You hear that? Boom, boom. You know it's blocked. Kickers don't want to hear that. Double tap. Myles Garrett gets up there, and Rodney McLeod gets the touchdown. Look at how athletic Myles Garrett is. 280 pounds, jumps over the offensive lineman, times it up beautifully to get that block. And the Browns get the ball on offense to start the second half.
these linebackers, outside linebackers.
2nd and 10, look out. And is that going to be a fumble, which is taken by Barton in the air? There's no whistle yet. And Barton, what a night this guy's having. Jaquan McMillan is the guy who hits Rattler as the ball is being released, and for the moment, ruled a touchdown.
McMillan, see him looping around, but here, this is where the pressure actually gets home. Nobody picks him up. Nobody sees him off that slot receiver.
Goes as a 52-yard return off an interception.
You said I'd be exhausted. I'd be exhausted, yeah. 3rd down and 9. Cousins looking, hit. Ball comes loose. Seahawks recover. And it's taken all the way back into the end zone by Hall. Mafe with the initial hit. Hall scooped it up.
Let's see if this is a fumble or Kirk Cousins' arm was going forward. Trying to buy time. Oh, got it. It is a fumble. Boy, Mafe, he times that perfectly. Gets his hand right on the football. Jars it loose before Kirk Cousins could bring that arm forward. And there's Derek Hall, their leader in sacks, picking up that scoop and score. Boy, what a turn of events for the Seattle Seahawks. Nice job defensively stepping up.
He can just do so many different things for this defense.
This time Montgomery, Bynum grabbed him, that ball is out, picked up by Pace. Down the sideline, there is a flag, he's in, Minnesota leads, pending the penalty.
This is an unbelievable job by this defense. Tell us he gets the punch out, Pace picks it up, and he's off to the races. Back-to-back drives.
The foul was holding number 60. Penalties decline. Result of the play is a touchdown.
Yeah, Graham Glasgow, the left guard, he gets called for the holding penalty. But back-to-back drives. They had given up 4 consecutive touchdown scoring drives.
Nickel package here for Dan Quinn's squad. 3rd and 9 for Carolina. Dalton on the move. He tried to throw it to his own man. He threw it to the other team. Intercepted by Fowler. And he's gonna go. Touchdown, Commanders. Bring in the boom early.
Fowler disrupted the timing the play before. Farrell does it this time. Dalton's got to get rid of it because he felt the backside pressure, and Fowler's the recipient of an errant throw. And then how about the little swivel move with the hop to take it all the way to the end zone? 67 yards later, Washington leads.
These are game-changing.
Madison a block. Oh, he's whacked right there. That's a loose ball. Picked up Curl. That is a touchdown.
Watch him coming from the right. He comes up that right slot. Nobody's aware of it. Minshew's not aware of it. He comes in, gets that hit, and then it's the scoop and score.
Big hit by Durant, who had the pick earlier in this second quarter. And then Cam Curl.
On 1st and 10. And it's intercepted. Jack Jones with the pick 6 for Las Vegas. And Jack Jones providing a little spark for the Raiders with life in the Queen City. Down 14 in the 4th.
One timeout. Got to get something down the field.
Love, it's picked up. Now rolling out for the first time, and he throws an interception. It's picked off all the way down, and scoring for the Lions. It's Joseph. Maybe the first time we've seen the injury for Jordan Love, and Kirby Joseph has a pick 6.
When you don't feel like you can move, and you could see as Love starts to escape, he can't quite get away, and you got to make good decisions with the ball, and this is certainly not one of them. And
Good defensive play. Joseph, another interception. The impact player he's been.
Barkley on first down. And he lost the football late. Scooped up by Trayvon Walker. Walker still going. Trayvon Walker at the 20. Walker at the 10. 5. Touchdown. Unbelievable. No flags. No whistle. And the Jags are right back in it. Now they can look and replay.
Does Ventrell Miller, Ventrell Miller gets enough of Saquon Barkley that it quote-unquote caused, even though it really didn't, causes the tackle. And so Saquon is down by contact in this situation. Ball is in his hands, goes to the ground, he loses it.
That is close.
It's very close. Very close. And this is the end. We know this would be not a fumble if he was down by contact, but if he's down on just because he trips, that would be a fumble.
Rolling on the field is confirmed.
First and goal from the 6. Smith can't find anyone. Backpedaling. Throws picked off. Intercepted in the end zone and brought back out. Geno Smith picked off by Kitchens. Cameron Kitchens takes it all the way back. Now there is a flag around the 40-yard line. Kitchens, the rookie out of your alma mater, returns at 103 yards.
And he's trying to buy time. Kenneth Walker is out there. You have A.J. Barner. I have no clue why Geno Smith threw that ball. He didn't have enough mustard on it. He might have been trying to go to Jackson Smith and Jigba. That was just terrible. And this is would have been a flag. And nice job by the officials picking that up.
The longest interception return in.
Play action. Darnold thrown down. Ball out as well. As Grover Stewart took him down. There's a flag down as Kenny Moore is taking it in for a touchdown.
So we got a lot to sort. The flag, was it a fumble? Was the ball live as they let it play out? It was Stewart, who's terrific inside, who caused all the fuss.
There's no foul on the play. Ruling on the field is touchdown.
All right, so now we'll look at part B. And was the ball clearly out?
Completely dominates his guy. Watch right here, right through Garrett Bradbury. No foul. The ball, I think, was out. Let's look. Oh, yeah.
Yep, coming out.
Wow, how about that? So the Colts, with all our conversation about the changes on offense, it is the same old on the defensive side with the guy that they say, if he wants to get to your quarterback.
Jonathan Taylor standing next to Flacco on first down and 10. Flacco to the air, and he's picked off. Taron Johnson. Johnson on the return. Johnson at the 10. Johnson at the 5. Takes it in. A pick six. Against Baltimore.
Yeah, Taron Johnson is just matched up on Josh Downs here, who is Joe Flacco's favorite wide receiver. 46% of Joe Flacco's targets are to Josh Downs. So you could have expected that's where he was going to look. This is just an underthrown ball. Didn't get enough.
2nd and 6. Rush. Ball knocked out of his hand and ends up in the arms of Guyton. He gets it knocked out by Petrie, and the return for the touchdown by Derek Barnett. Barnett with the defensive score.
One-on-one with Derek Barnett, and he comes in, makes the play, and then he's also able to get it after it bounces around and run it in.
So Barnett forced the first fumble. Then Guyton gets it. Here's Barnett's play, who he ends up with a touchdown. Guyton gets it, and Petrie knocks it out of his arm. And there's Barnett staying with it, and he gets the touchdown.
And again, Petrie's out with that shoulder injury sustained in the first half. Levis has it intercepted! Jimmy Ward! He could go the whole way. He's got Levis to beat. into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. The game has flipped.
Was just staring down the receiver the entire time, never looked inside, and saw that Ward was reading his eyes. And you can't make it that easy, Ross, for a quarterback. If you're staring down the receiver and that nickel position has the ability to read you.
25 of 35, 290 yards and 4 touchdowns. Well, the football was loose. It's picked up. Gonzalez on the scoop, and now it's a foot race. Gonzalez in for the touchdown.
Something that, they shouldn't be able to handle, but Tua goes out and all of a sudden the wheels fall off, but Christian Gonzalez is able to pick it up for a touchdown.
Oh, Murray keeps it. Murray being chased by Witherspoon. Floats for Wilson. Off target to Kobe Bryant. And there goes Kobe Bryant. With a house call for Seattle. And a Marshawn Lynch homage.
Are you kidding me? Watch Witherspoon right here. On the edge. Thinks it's a run. Watch how quickly he recovers. He's got 14 in man coverage, pushes Kyler out of bounds. Kobe Bryant gets this ball, and look at Witherspoon. Look at him. He forced him to throw it. There's Bryant, and Witherspoon goes out and gets the scoring block. Are you kidding me? This guy's effort.
And he obviously leaves, so the Giants will take over. Up 7-6 in this second. Here's Locke. Blitz is picked up, and now it's spotted in the air. Overzone! Backs to himself, and he scores! Oh, what a play by DeMarvion Overshown for the touchdown.
There are so many things to love about Overshown here. He goes in and blitz pickup, and it's a screen, so Singletary needs to let him go, but Overshown's awareness reaches up, knocks the ball out of the air, and they love this kid for a reason. He's got so much explosiveness.
Calvin Austin is back on the field. 3rd down and 3. Wilson intercepted. It's picked off by Taylor Britt. Working the sideline. Taylor Britt could go and does. Touchdown, Bengals.
Now let's see, as we see Cam Taylor-Britt, who struggled recently, but on that play, he gets physical with George Pickens early. Pickens goes to the ground, and then the ball comes to Cam Taylor-Britt. And Ian, no one needed a play like this more on defense than Cam Taylor-Britt. Benched twice during the season.
Seahawks load the line and bring pressure. Rodgers has it picked off by Leonard Williams. Just the second interception of the Big Cat's career. And is he going to take it to the house? His old house. He sure is. A pick 6. And he flips the game on a huge play. Playing in New York for the first time since he was traded to Seattle last October from the Giants. This guy's done a lot in his career in his 10th season, but he had never scored a touchdown until today. And he took it 92 yards to help save Seattle after their special teams miscue set New York up with the football. Williams, for a second straight week, picks up a pick 6.
From the 40, 4th and 5. Cousins. And intercepted. This could go all the way. It's gone. Still, you can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown. 62-yard return. And a pick 6 thrown by Kirk Cousins.
That Cousins gets roped into this. You have a safety deep, so it's a roll corner. You have safety help over the top, so you know you don't have to get loose as far as dropping back into coverage. As soon as that safety goes deep and rolls to that side.
3rd and 8. Josivas, motion man. Burrow knocked away. Steelers have done it again. Scooped up by Wilson, and he takes it in for the touchdown.
Remember, you got to know where Watt is on the other side. So guess what? It's one-on-one for Herbig, and he wins with pure speed. Orlando Brown could barely get out of his stance before Herbig was upfield and past his upfield shoulder.
For Jameis Winston, and when they traded Amari Cooper, he became the #1 receiver.
Winston is picked, intercepted. Bonito, goodbye. No flags. Touchdown, Denver.
They only rushed 3. So that's why Jameis Winston in the pocket, he had plenty of time. He just couldn't really find anybody. But Benito's, he's got his eyes on Winston the entire time. And a pretty easy play for him, anticipating. I know he's just hoping that Winston will turn that ball loose, and he does. And you called it, Joe. I mean, he's had an outstanding year as a pass rusher. And I know what...
But Elijah Moore, it looked like secured it as he was headed out of bounds. Here's a pick! Intercepted! And that should end the night. McMillan, the other way. Touchdown, Broncos! We'll make sure that McMillan was not touched after the pick. What a pick it was.
Oh, it sure was. It was a ball. We've talked about it throughout the night for both quarterbacks. You leave the ball behind when you've got man coverage like that, bad things happen. And McMillan, who has had a bit of a tough year, does an excellent job with the game on the line, making the play, and nobody comes up to make a play on him, and he wisely gets up and returns it. Elijah Moore, you know, he thinks the play's over.
Did not touch him, by the way.
No, he did not touch him, and he...
Rasher in his block. Look at this. It's sitting on the ground. Can the Rams pick it up? They do, and they're going to score. It's Hunter Long for 6.
You got Hummel with the pick. They're trying to free McCullough, and Hummel is relentless, pulls the ball right off of the punter's foot, and then you got Hunter Long, the scoop and score. Hello, Coach McVay. You need that today.
This will go to the air on first down. Over the middle, and it's intercepted. Geno Stone on the run, looking for a block. Stone into the end zone. Bengal touchdown.
Don't know what he's seeing. I mean, again, it's going to be just take the running back in the flat. I think that's where Tony Pollard ends up, just out in the flat. Now he stays in for protection. Okay, so it's Nick Van Nant right here. There's no reason. Look at the number of guys in the middle of the field. There's 4 guys in the middle of the field. That's...
On second down and 3, they hand it off to Dortch. Dortch to his left, trying to get to the edge. And he's inside the 5, down to the 1. He fumbled the ball. And it goes out of the back of the end zone. Jonah Williams fell on top of it.
That ball is out.
Yes.
That is going to be a touchback.
Now the officials are conferring.
This is a huge call, and the call on the field matters a great deal when we find out what it is.
Well, the key is...
The field is that the ball was fumbled prior to the runner reaching the end zone. It was recovered in the end zone by an offensive player, resulting in a touchdown.
Wow.
So this will be an automatic review. Mayo wouldn't have to challenge it.
There's the ball fully out before he was down. It gets kicked. Here comes 73, and he jumps on his ball. Does he have it before he touches out of bounds? Really close, but they call it yes on the field.
I think it's a good call.
Yeah, Anthony Jennings is who knocked it loose, and I'm with Ross. I do think he has it.
It is very close, but I think he got it, and I certainly don't think there'd be enough there to overturn it.
Can hit some quick hitters or use the run game or quarterback run game. They set up Mitchell. It's going to be a double pass, and that one is intercepted. Oh! It's Bonito. Unbelievable. Listen, they've had to try to do something unconventional because they just haven't been able to get it done. they didn't account for Nick Bonito. 2 in a row. 2 in a row. He did it against...
Play fake. Wilson, pressure. Has to get rid of it, and that's picked off the other way. Marlon Humphrey, pick 6.
just running a naked bootleg, and Russell's exposed, and he tries to flip the ball out to Pruitt, and behind him is Humphrey, and he is not dropping that. Gets pressure by Owe, and he knows that as soon as he let it go.
Locke intercepted, picked off by Jesse Bates, and Bates will take it all the way for a Falcons touchdown.
So we're going to go right here. Is this man-to-man coverage, right? But look what happens when they get over here. You kick out, and then you come here. So they showed man at the snap. They adjusted on the backside. He doesn't see Jesse Bates there, and he jumps it for the pick six.
Second down and 7. And Locke looking, ball deflected and intercepted.
Taken back by Matthew Judon. The second pick six today for Atlanta.
I don't know what's going on here. I mean, watch. I mean, this is poor technique by Evan Neal. And then Chris Hubbard, I mean, you are beat immediately, and that allows the deflection and then the interception by Matthew Judon. Zach Harrison does a great job, but gosh, Chris Hubbard made that or Greg Van Roten made that so easy.
And despite Buffalo kind of dominating this half, it's a 3-point game. New England's still in it.
Popped up in the air, and Rousseau nearly had a pick.
Get it. That's a lateral. That's a lateral.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
And he's not only did he throw off the timing as you described, and then he knocks down the receiver. He can't get the football now. Now it's Buffalo's ball to get. He falls. Rousseau would have had it himself, but he tripped and fell. But watch the play. See when he knocks down Stevenson? Now there's no one from New England who can compete for the football. And Taron Johnson gets it in the end zone.
Gene Steratore is with us right now. You watch the whole play through, Gene.
3rd and 3. Blitz coming. Picked up. Rush gets intercepted. Breaking in front of that is C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And a house call. Pick 6 to open the day. 70 yards, no flags.
Remember, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, he was ejected for 2 personal fouls, and you see him here, he just falls off Jake Ferguson, and Cooper Rush just flat out doesn't see him and hits him in the face mask, and he's able to outrun the offensive line. And you can tell he was disappointed to leave that game last week. He felt like he let his teammates down.
And Hecker has it blocked. Tampa Bay's got it. Scoop and score. J.J. Russell. Buccaneers doing it from all angles. Clean block. It lands right in front of Russell, who is untouched to the end zone. 41-14 Bucks.
Many things to address in the offseason. We'll talk about some of them for Cleveland. Zappia looks to throw, and he threw a pick. Threw it right into the hands of Nate Wiggins, and the rookie walks in for an early pick 6.
Wind, it's going to be below average today. Great turnover for Baltimore's defense.
Now it's called from 26 yards out by Wiggins, and the home team off to a quick start.
Needs 36 yards to get to 1,100 yards, which will put another incentive in for him. Oliver fumbled the football. It's picked up by Barnett, who's having a day. He's rumbling inside the 10, pulling guys inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans.
Just supposed to be a jet sweep, and they're trying to hand it off. And Levis can't get the ball in there. And then what a run by Barnett. Get out of my way. I'm going to the end zone. Get off me. You're not stopping me. I'm getting in the end zone.
I got to tell you, Michael Pierce from the Ravens is going to be looking at that saying, I could have done that.
Yeah, why did I take it?
The big man just carried that little receiver, Kinsey, into the end zone with him.
Herbert, pump, throw, intercepted. Eric Murray, pick 6, touchdown Texans.
There was pressure coming towards him, but he never steps into it properly. Normally, Justin Herbert is an exquisite thrower of the football, but that one was kind of a half stride, and the ball stayed high. And because it did, Ladd McConkey can't get up and get it.
20 seconds, 2-0.
But Eric Murray does, and Houston with another pick six.
Team high 5 tackles for Quentin. Darnold balls out. Picked up by Verse. Off to the races. And gone for the touchdown. Witherspoon knocked it out. And Verse took care of the rest.
Well, they bring Quentin Lake off the slot. And here's Witherspoon. He's going to see that Darnold is in trouble. And then he just keeps on coming. And you just cannot sit back there and hold the football. We've seen Sam Darnold have a lot of success, some big plays this year, holding the ball longer than you should. But already tonight, he's taken too many sacks. And in games like this.
Second and long. Goff, some pressure again, lets it fly high. It's intercepted, picked off by Quan Morton. Morton with some blocks inside the 20, still going. Morton, pick six.
This year in zone coverage, he's got Laporta in his flare control right underneath wide open. And he's just got to drive Laporta the ball. Instead, he gets greedy. Like I said, you feel when you're down, and when you throw high balls over the middle in zone coverage, you're asking for trouble.
3rd and 16, Mahomes rolling out. Looking, firing, intercepted! Picked off by Cooper DeJean, gets a block! DeJean is in! Touchdown!
Patrick, one of the best in the world. They're just trying to get him out of the pocket to buy a little time, and he sees the crossing route coming to the left, but he loses track of DeJean as he kind of falls back and reads Patrick Ives. You could see the break, and this young stud, Cooper DeJean, another rookie making a huge impact.